So welcome to another edition of the Weekend Storage Warrior. What are we doing today? Well, for one, we're filming on an HD camera. Yes, I finally got an HD camera. This is a Fuji FinePix 120. It cost $85. And it's not the greatest camera. It's not the GoPro, but it is high definition. Anyhow, today we are going to be scrapping brass. I have been accumulating brass. If you recall, I purchased a unit out of a storage auction that had a whole bunch of these old key blanks. Now, I'm not going to scrap these. The ones in the boxes, they're worth listing online or selling at the flea market. I actually took some out and sold a couple boxes for $5 a box. And on eBay they're going for $15. But the rest of this stuff is scrap. I got a whole big bucket right here. And you could list those online, but I checked their sold listings and people are getting about $3 a pound. Just not worth doing, you know. I'm not going to list 3 pounds to make $8 and then have to print a shipping label, ship it. So the first thing we have to do is make sure it's all brass. One thing that I learned about keys is they're not all brass. There's aluminum keys, there's zinc keys, and there's iron keys. So you're going to dump them out in here. First, check them with a magnet. And this is pretty easy. Spread them out like that. The thing that is more difficult is some keys are actually zinc, and you actually have to file them down, trying to see if the condition is good. So we're just gonna scrap these loose ones. We'll make the money back on the boxes. This unit has already made me $200, so everything from here out is all profit anyway. And now I've lost the scissors. Oh, there's the scissors. Scissors. Okay, it's done. It's really hard to tell the zinc from the brass, so I just threw them all in this bucket. Anything that wouldn't stick to a magnet. It's a little bit shy of 40. And 40. So I'll call it 75 pounds there. And another 15 there. Off to the scrap yard we go. I got these things. Partially brass, they're old. I do not care. If you spend hours and hours and hours trying to sell things for $5, it's not cost effective. So I did pull out some of the more unusual stuff. Those are iron, those are aluminum. And let's go get the money for the brass. And the scrap metal place is closed. Closed at 1 o'clock. Missed it by 2 hours. That's just the kind of day this has been. Oh well. Come back Monday. And as long as I'm going to be going back down to the scrap yard, I figure I'll scrap a bunch of other stuff I have laying around here. I'm going to take these guys back out of the trash. It's just really wasteful to throw those away. I've got a crate around here that those can go in. I took it back out of the trash. Why throw away money, right? I was just kind of getting a little bit frustrated at the time. Throw that in here with all this stuff. This is brass and iron. Of course, you might say, well, why not sell this on eBay? That's an old military lock. You might make $5 on that. You might list it and have it go unsold. Not worth it. I also wanted to add that I did find the magnet. I had thrown it in the bucket by mistake. So things are looking up. And here we are at the scrapyard. So they did pay the brass price for the keys, and they combined them in with the other brass. I had 79 pounds of brass, $111, $1.41 a pound. Knobs, 40 cents a pound. An extension cord, 16 cents a pound, and a piece of copper, $1.72, for a total of $130. They had the money. Alright, so let's wrap this video up. So, to summarize, the loose keys, I got $1.41 a pound. That's what they call yellow brass. And I was a little bit confused. I thought the ones that were silver colored were zinc. Those are actually called nickel silver, which confused me even more because I thought they might have silver in them. But nickel silver does not contain silver. It's just an alloy of zinc and nickel and copper. So they pay $1.41 a pound. There's 3 milk crates of more key blanks. Another 80 pounds maybe. That's another 4,000 keys there. So I suppose if I got really motivated and I wanted to list 4,000 things and go to the post office 4,000 times, I could make a lot of money on those. But there's always the time factor to be considered, and I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. As of yesterday, this $35 storage unit with the keys has made me about $300 in profit. There's another 100 there, minimum. Anyhow, that's it for this movie. Thanks for watching. From Jens Tobias. And bye-bye.